set up a bunch of pickup trucks out there with the tailgate down and kegs in the back, and just have a big old party out there.
We could get a gun rack and a big old dog in the seat.
Turn up some Hank Jr. on the stereo.
Go home and beat the wife. There we go. Okay.
Do the watermelon crawl, as that song says. The watermelon crawl. It's a country song.
Never heard that.
Doing the watermelon crawl.
What the hell's that all about?
Have you been drinking and eating watermelon? Do you do the watermelon crawl?
I've eaten some watermelon, but I don't know anything about no country line dance.
You cut a hole in the top of the watermelon.
What now?
You cut a hole in the top of the watermelon.
Now, I've heard about that. I back in the old days, I mean, I can tell you this.
What? You cut a little hole in the watermelon.
A honeydew, it feels better, but that's something else altogether. Well, anyway, 550.
That's not what I was talking about. You cut a hole in the top of the watermelon, you turn a liquor bottle over in it.
Oh, I thought you were talking about...
I'm not talking about screwing a watermelon for crying out loud.
I wasn't either.
Have you done that before?
I wasn't talking about that.
Did you do that before, like when you were living in Louisiana or something?
No, I wasn't.
I mean, you sound like you knew a lot about that.
Hi, it's Easy Hours Lunch Hour.
Hey, how are you? I want to thank you guys for painting a mental picture for me.
Mm-hmm. Which one?
Which one? Mm-hmm. The one you driving a watermelon home. Now, come on, Red.
That was a call from yesterday's show in which I was fascinated when we were talking to a young man who sounded like he was of the country persuasion, shall we say, who called in from Clewiston.
Yes.
We were talking about having a big Love Doctors shindig in Clewiston at some fish camp, and I said, we'll have kegs of beer and pickup trucks with dogs in the back and Hank Jr. on the stereo, and I said, cut a hole in a watermelon.
And I found that pretty bizarre that Dr. Glenn would know something about that
That's
sort
right.
of stuff.
But before I got to my explanation that the reason you cut a hole in a watermelon is to turn over a bottle of liquor in it and fill the watermelon with liquor, you immediately started telling everyone how a cantaloupe or a muskmelon feels better than a watermelon.
Well, it was just... I'm simply... So what's your point here?
I was stunned.
So what is your point here exactly?
Since when did you... When you were younger...
I read a lot, okay? I read a lot.
Was it like a puberty thing you were so desperate you took up to doing fruit?
I read...
Hey, Glenn.
I read a lot.
You're right, sir. The mental picture of Dr. Rich with holding a watermelon in front of him is just priceless. Now, were the seeds a problem?
Yeah, picture him pants to his ankles driving her across the hayfield. Hey, Rich?
Yo.
Do you still bring it to a party when you're done with it? Here you are, folks. Look what I made for everybody.
And the best part is after it's all over, you get to eat it when it's done, right?
Okay, we're moving right along now. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, cantaloupe fits your hand pretty good, but I outgrew it.
Lunch hour. Hello.
Hey, Rich, if you into fruit, man, I got some seedless grapes. You can just go to town on.
Lunch hour. Hello.
Rich, do you put lipstick around the hole in the melon?
Now, Denny, you had a story you wanted to tell us here.
We'll save it for next Friday.
No, I think you ought to tell it. I think you ought to tell it.
I'd like to hear this, too.
Yeah, go ahead, Denny. Now, what happened?
True story.
You were in New Orleans or something one time?
Let's see. I stopped at this bar establishment. Hurricane? Is it Hurricane?
That's the name of the drink, yeah, but that's a tourist place. See, you went to
it
the
was
wrong
right on
place.
right on the main
I
street.
know, it's right on Bourbon Street, yeah. Okay.
And us guys were winding down, and there was this beautiful barmaid.
A barmaid?
Barmaid.
She's gorgeous, huh?
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Built to the hilt. Beautiful lady.
And you were hitting on her.
All night long. Spent about $100. Stuff like that. Things were going well. We were getting closer and closer as the evening progressed or whatever.
You were ready to hook up, right?
Right. And at the very end of the night, we had a chance to step outside and finally hook up a little bit.
Okay, what happened?
It turned out to be a guy.
Now, at what point in the relationship did you determine that this was a man?
I'm not going to say.
Now, wait a minute. No, wait a minute. No, wait a minute.
Now, wait a minute. Now, I'm not the only person this has happened.
No, of course not. No. Hey, it happens.
I didn't want to tell this story anyway.
It happens to lots of people.
But it's true, and it's funny, so
that's right. It's funny. It happens to lots of people.
Right. But I still have nightmares about it occasionally.
Never happened to me.
it could happen to anyone.
It could happen to anybody. All right, so you're standing there, and I'm assuming now you've been hitting on her all night.
Right.
I'm going to take a wild stab at it. You go outside. You're in an alley.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, and you were probably doing a little hugging and kissing. Did you?
No hugging. No.
Did you do any hugging and kissing?
No.
Danny?
No.
Danny?
No.
All right, so how did you find out that it was a guy?
Well, no. Wait a minute. Let me finish. It started out with a little touchy.
I mean, you didn't even kiss her? You started touching?
Well, you know how I am. I can't wait. I don't bother with all that stuff. I just get right to the point.
None of this foreplay for Denny James.
Foreplay,
That's right. Okay. All right.
So I started to squeeze the...
You were touching.
And
what happened?
The upper torso.
And what happened? The upper torso. And what happened, Denny?
Things were going along fine. And
yeah. Did you? Were you feeling any part of the torso other than the upper torso?
No, thank God.
Now, Denny?
No.
Come on.
Don't you lie to us now.
No.
Huh?
No.
All right, so what happened?
Things got a little steamy.
Uh-huh.
No kiss yet, though. No lockup or anything like that.
No kissing
No.
Yet. Did you hear that?
No, wait. There was no
I
kissing.
heard you say yet. He said no kissing yet.
No.
Okay.
Anyway, thank God that it was whatever you want to call it, was honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you kissed him.
No.
Now, wait a minute. When did you kiss him?
I didn't kiss. I whatever it is, I didn't do it. I didn't kiss what it is.
Okay, so what you basically did, you felt up a guy's breast.
No, those are,
Yes?
No.
Yes, it was a guy, right?
Well, the top part of it was female.
Well, now, wait a minute. Now, it was a guy, right?
Wait a minute. Are you saying it was like a hermaphrodite?
It had
half and half?
It had the stem on the bottom and peaks on the top. That's what I'm saying.
Or now was it born that way, or was this like was it going through like a sex change operation and it only completed the top half and they hadn't gotten around to the bottom yet?
Well, the way the bottom was out, I'd probably say that.
Now wait a minute. So you were looking?
Oh yeah. Well, they were.
The bottom.
What do you mean the bottom was
the top,
out?
I said.
You said the bottom.
You said
I
the bottom
said the
was
top.
out.
Now when did you kiss him?
Kiss who?
The guy.
I didn't know it was him. I didn't kiss him.
Okay, when did you kiss her?
I didn't kiss her either.
You liar. You're lying.
I did not.
You kissed her.
No.
You kissed her.
I bet he did, and he grabbed a handful too, and he won't admit it.
I bet he did. Did you slip her the tongue? Did you slip her the tongue? Huh?
No.
No tongue?
No tongue.
Just lips.
No lips, no tongue.
Just lips?
I'm not answering. I did not. Okay.
How was it, Dan?
We didn't get to that part.
Did you send flowers or anything the next day just to kind of a thanks?
I thought.
Did you take him to breakfast or anything? I mean,
There's no explanation.
Just love him. Just love him and leave him, huh?
You beat him up, didn't you? You beat him up, didn't you?
I'm not going to answer that.
All right. Well, anyway,
Denny, I'm glad you're here, man.
well, I think that pretty much sets the tone for the Quickies today. It'll be Dr. Glenn and Denny James, the man who loves transvestites. Lunch hour. Hello.
Yeah, about Denny James?
Yeah.
Been there.
Whoa! Hey, buddy. Your Denny, your ratings are going up.
Man.
Just keep thinking about that. You're more popular than ever.
That's right, man. He's getting ready for that big 3 to 7 show today. What are you gonna do, Dan? Play the hits. Okay.
This is actually a two-part question. What is the most embarrassing thing you ever saw Denny do? Also, what's the most embarrassing thing you ever heard Denny do?
Well, there are a whole. Well, the most embarrassing thing I've heard him do is 3 to 7 in the afternoons here at ZZR. And
love that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's somewhere in the building saying, "I don't have to put up with that crap, man. I don't need this. I don't need this. I got a nice wife, nice kids, nice house. I don't need this crap. I can work anywhere." Yeah, right. Yeah, sure you can, Den. Lunch hour. Hello, what's up?
Thanks, Denny.
Lunch. Lunch hour. Hello.
Oh, God. Ooh, not so hard, Denny.
Lunch hour, hello. Lunch hour, hello.
Yeah, I got a story where I got caught fooling around.
Quickly.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of embarrassed to tell it. You know, both of us were pretty drunk.
And where were you?
You don't want to know, but well, I don't know. You want Denny to tell it?
Hello, ZZR's Lunch Hour. Hello.
Hi, this is Alice.
Hi, Alice. Turn your radio down, darling.
I'm listening to ZZR.
Good. Now, turn your radio down, sweetheart, and talk to me on the phone here, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
I need a little advice.
Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm.
I'm having my ex-boyfriend move in. Well, he was living here once before, and he moved out, and now we're back together and everything like that.
Yeah.
I don't know what I should do.
About what?
About what I should do, if he should be here or not.
Well, it's kind of like you've already made that bed. You know what I'm saying? You invited him to come back, right?
Yeah, his name's Marcus. We kind of broke up and everything like that, and I felt like he was using me.
Yeah, he broke your heart, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, why are you going to let him back in, huh?
Because he's homeless.
Is he working?
Yeah, and he agreed to pay all my bills and everything like that, but he let his sister down today and everything like that, and didn't give her no money.
Now, let me ask you a question. Now, if he's got the money to pay all your bills, why is he homeless?
I have no idea, because he's getting kicked out of his sister's house.
For not paying the bills she just mentioned.
I see.
Wait a minute, ma'am. You are taking in a guy who is getting kicked out of his sister's house for not paying the bills.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So what is it, ma'am? Is it like is this a renewal of the old romantic flame? Is that what
Yeah.
you're...
Oh, boy. Okay,
man.
so you've been exchanging bodily fluids, right? Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I just hope for the sake of the rest of us that you are using some sort of protection. You know, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You better watch out for this
we
guy.
don't want to see the offspring of those loins, you know?
That may be the only deposit you may see from him, because as it sounds right now, he doesn't have any money. I'd be real careful if I were you. Somehow, ma'am, the word deadbeat is kind of
it does
going across my brain.
Well, I mean, you have to understand. I mean, we're looking after your best interest here, sweetheart.
Yes, I have 2 kids already.
Yeah.
And I mean, if his sister, his own flesh and blood, threw him out for not paying the bills, what is he going to do to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have his cousin Mark moving in with him, and Mark's definitely going to help me out.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
He's bringing the cousin along
So he's
with him?
bringing his whole family into the situation, huh? Okay.
I don't know.
How many bedrooms you got in that mobile home there, babe?
2.
I see. It's going to get pretty crowded, don't you think?
Yeah.
How long have you known this guy?
Almost 2 months.
Wait a minute.
You've known him 2 months, and you've already thrown him out once, huh?
We've been back and forth about 5 times.
Yeah.
In 2 months?
Yeah.
Well, it sounds stable.
Yeah.
And no doubt it's very good for your children to see this situation going on, you know?
Yeah, because my one daughter's father's in prison.
You're the father of... Now, wait a minute. How many children do you have, darling?
I got 2.
Okay, but there's 2 fathers involved, right?
Yeah.
Are you working these days?
No.
I didn't think so. Okay, now what is he? What is Dad number 1 in prison for?
DUI manslaughter.
DUI manslaughter.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, how long is he going to be put away?
7 years.
7 years. Okay. Now, the other father involved. Do we know his name?
What? Father of my son?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know his name.
Oh, you do. First and last?
Yep.
Cool. All right. Now, do you know where he is?
Stewart.
Huh?
Stewart.
Oh, he is in Stewart.
Yeah.
Now, is he helping paying any bills?
No.
I didn't think so. Some of this is getting very predictable.
You know, ma'am, you could write a great country music song based on your life, because I'm hearing all the proper elements right there.
May I ask a question, ma'am? Other than money that this guy is supposedly going to bring to the table here, what else is he bringing to your life?
Well, he's starting to change, because before he supposedly has a son out there and everything like that.
Out where?
Well, real close in Fort Pierce.
Oh, I see. So he has a son, but you're not sure he has a son?
Yeah.
Why aren't you sure? Has he said anything about this?
Yeah, but everybody else ain't sure that it's really his son or anything like that.
But does he think it's his son?
Yeah, he does.
He does think it's his son?
Yeah.
Is he paying any kind of support for that son? Huh?
No.
I didn't think so. I'm glad some of us are working out here to pay some of these bills. All right. Well,
I'm lucky I own my trailer.
yeah, man. Yeah, man. And you swear to me now, you swear you're using some sort of a preventative, right?
Yeah, because he can't get nobody pregnant anyway.
He can't get nobody pregnant anyway.
Nope.
Why not?
Because he was in a accident a long time ago to where he can't, it kind of, how can I say that? Kind of messed him up.
Kind of messed him up, huh?
He can't get nobody pregnant.
He can't get nobody pregnant.
No, when he got the other girl pregnant, that was before the accident happened.
I think I've used that lie before.
But he can still take care of business, if you know what I mean. Is that correct?
Yeah.
He's
on his way to Daytona today.
Well, he's going up to the track, man. Sure.
Well, he's going to get his cousin's stuff and stuff like that.
Oh, that's right, because the cousin is moving in with you.
The cousin has to move in.
That's
okay,
right.
That's right.
That's now who's going to pay for the food for all of this? Because your grocery bill is going to expand.
Exactly. I mean, pork rinds aren't cheap, babe.
I get stuff from the government.
Oh, you do get? Oh, good. Okay. Well, I'm glad I'm glad I'm working here today.
So you're feeding yourself, the kids.
No, actually, we are.
Okay. Well, good point. Your boyfriend and his cousin. You're going to do that all off the government?
Yeah.
Got to be difficult. Now, does the cousin have? Does he have a job?
Well, he gets a monthly check.
He gets a monthly. Oh, so you're pooling those big government checks every month.
Okay. So he's going to go up to Daytona, get the cousin that's the bum. Bring all that stuff down here, and you're going to fix a bunch of government cheese sandwiches for supper tonight, right? Now, what is... let me ask you a question here.
It's because it's not a bum or nothing like that. It's just...
Is he bringing anything to the table now other than...
His open mouth.
his empty stomach and a monthly check provided by the hardworking taxpayers of the state of Florida? I mean, is he bringing anything like some new Yosemite Sam mud flaps for the trailer? Anything at all?
Yeah, he will be.
He's bringing down his custom frame portrait of those poker-playing dogs, huh?
Autographed.
Yeah. By the artist, yeah.
No, by the dogs. Hello, ZZR's Lunch Hour. You're on the air.
Hey, Alice, thanks for the update, you food stamp licking, jug blowing hillbilly.
Whoa.
He can't get nobody pregnant no more, huh?
Yeah.
Jeez, man. What do they need a trailer to go pick up a couple of banjos and spittoons for?
Hello, who's this?
Who you calling?
Dr. Lovejoy.
No, this
Lovejoy.
is not Dr. Lovejoy. These are the Love Doctors.
The Love Doctors.
That's right. That's right.
All right, I have a question.
You have a question?
A trivial question.
A trivia question.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you know who wrote Dick Tracy?
Chester Gould.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Do you know...
what is this, like a quiz?
The two-wrist radio.
All right. Now, why are you so fascinated with Dick Tracy?
I don't know, because I guess I was raised and born up with him, because I was born 1931.
You were raised and born up with him, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I used to read his comics all the time.
Yeah, so you were born in 1931. That'd make you like, what, 79, 80, 45? How old are you?
I'm 62.
Have you ever been married, ma'am?
Yeah, I've been married. My old man left me for another woman. I never got a divorce. The odds are worse than I want.
Well, God, I can't...
Odds are worse than me. He can have her.
I can't figure out why he would leave you, ma'am.
Well, he did. I had 6 children. But you know what?
Well, I know why he left then.
Well, he helped have them.
She's all worn out.
And
but
plus I'm raising my granddaughter.
she's tired, man. I mean, she's...
I'm raising my granddaughter. She's 13 years old.
Yeah.
Hey, here you got a woman doc who's...
Where did he go? Where did he go?
Well, he lives here in Salerno.
Okay, well, maybe we have your name so we know what to call you when you call us.
Mildred.
Mildred.
Smeldred?
No, Mildred.
What did she say?
Mildred. Well, Mildred, it's a pleasure talking to you.
Yeah.
Doc, you treated this woman with nothing but disrespect.
I did not.
She's just a nice lady. You wanted to call for a little chat. You said she was worn out, and you said,
well, she's tired, man.
You insulted her age.
She had 6 kids, for God's sake. She's exhausted.
You insulted her age. The woman's husband
No, I
ran
didn't
off and
exhaust
left her with 6 kids and a granddaughter to take
That's
care of,
right.
and you're acting like, you're treating her terrible.
No,
Show
I'm
some
not. I treat her with the utmost respect. We don't get many people calling who were born in the 1900s or 1800s or whatever
You're supposed to show some respect for your elders.
Right. So what else is going on, Mildred? What else do you like or not like? What do you do for a hobby besides Dick, Tracy?
Well, I go around, I collect cans, collect aluminum cans, and the county come down on me about, and I had a county come down on me the other day about my cans.
Now, what kind of cans are they?
Aluminum cans. Beer cans, Coke cans, all kinds of aluminum cans.
And the county wants to shut you down?
Yeah, they want me to get rid of my cans, and I told them, I says, hey, look they're in a can pan. They're not scattered all around the yard.
All right. Well, I think what the county is telling you there, they just don't want the area to look like a bunch of white trash are living there, you know?
Right, I know, but see, they're in a can pan.
And you want to make sure your neighborhood looks good, don't you?
Sure, my neighborhood does look good. They're in a can pan. I got a fence around them.
Mm-hmm. Well, that way they won't get out, huh?
That's right. They won't and I do it once a year, and I buy Christmas. When Christmas comes around, my family's commercial fishermen. Mm-hmm. And around Christmas, when the price is up, I go cash them in, and I have a nice Christmas with them.
There you go. Okay, well, we're going to do a frontier gynecologist for Mildred, okay, just because she's been such a good sport. And, of course, we'll have a lovely parting gift for you at the front door, Mildred.
At front door?
Yeah. Pick up a toaster on your way. No, I better not say that. She's going to show up wanting a damn toaster. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, does this mean anything?
That made my day.
I wanted to ask you what you thought about someone who is going to try to overcome their fears by having hypnosis.
I don't know anything about hypnosis. Have you ever been... Well, Dr. Glenn acts like he's been hypnotized a lot. And never quite come out of it. Have you ever been hypnotized? Doc?
No, I have not.
Maybe we ought to do that on the air. We'll get somebody in here to hypnotize you.
You know, what I want to know is there's three of us in this room here. Yeah. When it comes to this kind of stuff, why is it always me?
Well,
why don't you do it?
Well, because.
Why don't you do it? You're the star. You're the guy who wants to be in the spotlight all the time, the one with the massive ego. Why don't you do it so it can be focused on you?
I don't want to be the star. I don't want to have the spotlight upon me, Doc. It is simply thrust upon me as greatness is. I have no control over it.
Oh, please.
Okay? But the fact remains, let's face it. Now think about it. Okay? Think about this. And be honest.
Yeah.
Don't you think it would be easier to hypnotize you? I mean, think about it. I mean, I don't mean
why?
I don't mean any offense by this, but you know what I'm saying.
No, I don't know what you're saying.
Huh?
No, I don't know what you're saying. Explain it to me. Why would it be easier to hypnotize me? Why don't we just hypnotize Bubba over there? Because you and I can comment on it, and we can watch his action.
Yes, but see, Terrence doesn't have a microphone. He's not one of the hosts of the show.
But he'd be the perfect guinea pig for it.
No, I think, again, you would be the perfect one, and I don't mean any offense by that.
I still don't understand where you're coming from on this.
Exactly, that's my proof. See,
I want it explained to me.
Well, here's the point. It's like you're almost there now. You know.
What are you talking about?
You could be hypnotized in a matter of... I bet they could hypnotize you in 10 seconds, man.
Now, why would you say that?
I bet you could be like completely brain dead real quick.
I'm sharp as a tack.
Hello, ZZR's Lunch Hour. What's on your mind?
Look into my eyes, Glenn.
Hey, Dr. Glenn is hypnotized already. Whoa. Well, that didn't take long. He's hypnotized. Well, that was easy.
I thought that coffee was strong, but it's twice as bad when it comes out your nose.
That was cool. Dr. Glenn just had hot coffee coming up through his nose.
Oh, boy.
Boy, you don't see that very often. And you all right there?
Oh, you know what? The bad thing is after it came on my nose, it went back in the cup again. I don't think I'm going to drink it. Remind me not to drink that again.
Did you really have... Oh, yeah, right. I'm going to stop you. No, you really had... He did. Dr. Glenn just had coffee come up through his nose.
Gross.
You having a good day today, Doc?
I don't know why. That really cracked me up, though, for some reason.
Just wait till the 12 o'clock portion of the show when I read that note. Hi, Lunch Hour. What's up?
Hello, Rita. This is Francesca. I would like to try to attempt to hypnotize Dr. Glenn on the air.
Okay.
Okay, you ready, Glenn?
I'm ready.
Okay, first look at my butthole.
Hey, it's working. Lunch hour. Hello.
All right, Glenn. What does race car spell backwards?
Race car spelled backwards.
And you can't write it down.
Okay. What does it spell?
To do this one in your head.
Wait a minute.
Good God.
Iraq rack? Wait.
Excuse me?
Wait a minute.
Excuse me?
Now, it's not too hard. You should be able to pick it up in a couple minutes.
Oh, wait a minute. Now I got. Wait a minute. The keen mental powers have not kicked into overdrive yet.
Well, they haven't, huh?
I got to jumpstart myself a little bit. You know? It's just not my day today. You know.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And Glenn.
What now?
Let me give you a hint.
Right.
It starts with R.
It starts with R, huh?
Yeah.
Well, car.
The next letter is A.
What is he getting at here?
Huh?
I don't get what he's getting at here. It's a trick question. I know
Is it?
that. Yes,
You
I
think
know
so?
that. Mhm.
You think so?
Just haven't figured out what it is yet. That's all.
Well, I'm not going to help. The guy doesn't want me to help you. Now he's writing it down.
I'm writing it down. Okay.
Okay.
Rack a car? Wreck a car. What? What?
I can't believe it.
Spell it out from the last one.
You are so dumb. It's amazing.
We all have our gifts and we all have our weaknesses. If the Lord made me a little slow in the mental department, that's just the way it is. I have no control over that.
Okay. Now, he actually, at this point, folks, this is amazing. He actually has it written down, and he still doesn't get it.
What's the answer, Glenn? Damn it.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Take that little, okay, race car. It's the same thing.
And you make fun of TJ. That's amazing. Lunch hour. Hello.
Hey, Glenn.
Mm-hmm.
You retard.
Well, now that's not nice.
Well, now, you know,
there might be retarded people listening in today. And this
I'm
guy
sure
just
they are, and they're embarrassed by having you included in their group. ZZR. Hello.
Hey.
Hey.
I got a couple things to say.
Oh, yeah?
First of all, any other little kids besides me that call this show are going to get the beating of their life.
And not only that, they're not going to go on the air.
That's right.
You are the only punk on the lunch hour.
I'm the only punk. That's right.
Okay.
Hey, and Glenn, can you make that sound again?
Well, if you really want to hear it, all right, here it goes.
You're an idiot.
Listen, hey, Dr. Glenn.
Yeah.
I was reading a Vero paper this morning. They had taken a survey, and they found out that 50% of the men play with themselves in the shower, and the other 50% sing. But the surprising part is, you know what they sang?
What did they sing?
Oh, I see you're not one of the singers. Right.
Now, that was just pure human curiosity. I mean, I knew you had a little story there, and I just was curious as to see where it went. That's all.
That explains why you're late for work a couple of times a week. Hi, lunch hour.
Hey.
Time now for a brand new feature on the lunch hour. Dr. Glenn is going to say something intelligent. Go ahead now. No, this is your chance. This is your chance because you're always saying, you make me look like an idiot. This is your chance. Now say something smart.
Yeah, but you're asking me to all of a sudden expound on some statement. That's not what I do.
So you can't say anything.
No, see, you're setting me up here. You're making me look stupid.
You were just complaining. He came in, belly aching, whining, pissing and moaning yesterday afternoon after the show. You always make me look like a dumbass on the show. Mm-hmm. I come up with a new feature, and you're not taking advantage of it.
Well, it's because
this is
you
your
just
chance.
sprung it on me.
This is your feature. We're focusing on Dr. Glenn here. The spotlight is on you, pal. The microphone is on. People are dying to hear you say something intelligent. Go right ahead, Dr. Glenn. Oh, well, that's the last time we'll be doing that feature.
No, but see, now you didn't give me any time to prepare. You just...
Oh, so you have to think about being smart.
Well, you just threw me
Is that
right.
what you're saying?
You just threw me right.
You have to prepare to be intelligent?
You threw me right in the middle of the deep end without a life jacket. I had no idea this was coming today.
Plus, I didn't know you had to prepare to be smart.
Well, it's not my place on the show to sit here and expound
exactly
on
what is your
things.
place on this show.
I am a sidekick. I am here to offer commentary.
Wow. Now, that's real nice, getting laid off 10 days before Christmas.
Yeah.
That's a real friendly company you're working with there.
23 years.
23 years there, and they're going to lay you off 10 days before Christmas.
Whoa.
You got to love corporate America in 1995, don't you?
Gotta love it. Right.
And how long have you been a valued employee of the company?
23 years.
She just said that.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, he's
I missed
sleeping.
that. I missed that.
Are you listening at all?
No,
we just talked about how long she'd worked with the company.
Not particularly.
23 years. She's going to get laid off 10 days before Christmas. Are you listening at all, Doc? Are your headphones working?
I'm drifting today.
Oh, my God, we have an engineering problem. Dr. Lynn's headphones aren't working. That's what it is.
No,
He
I can hear
can't-
just fine.
Huh?
I'm drifting today.
Doc, it's a talk show. You got to listen when callers say stuff. It's just part of the thing.
I know.
Did you take your Ritalin this morning?
I was
Did you take your Ritalin?
No, I don't take any Ritalin. You
Well,
know
maybe
that.
you should.
Just thinking what was for dinner tonight. That's all.
Lunch hour, hello.
Yes, sir. I went sail fishing down at Lake Okeechobee over the weekend. I just want to call in and talk about it.
You went sail, Doc. You're not listening to him.
He went sail fishing.
Sail fishing in Lake Okeechobee.
Okay.
It's like a joke. See, there are no sailfish. And are you listening to anybody today? What is on your mind?
No, my mind is.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. We're going to have to stop the show right here. What's wrong, man?
I am not here today.
What's the matter?
I have recently determined that I suffer from whatever it is, that AIDS.
What's that?
That disease where you don't concentrate on anything. Attention
deficit syndrome.
Attention deficit. Yes. Mm-hmm.
You have that?
I have that. Absolutely.
That
is the truth. I have AIDS.
You went to a doctor and said that?
Yeah.
And they said that?
Mm-hmm.
When did they tell you that?
Oh, I've known that for years. I can't concentrate on anything. I mean, I can be in the middle of a room of crowded people, and some guy's talking to me. And if there's a television set on, screw the guy's talking to me. I'm looking at the TV, listening to it. I mean, I'm serious. I have the attention span of a 5-year-old. That is the absolute truth.
What causes this, Doc?
No, I don't know about. I haven't been to a doctor.
So
about
you haven't
I haven't been to a doctor about the ADS thing, but it's this is no surprise to me. I have the attention span of a 5-year-old. I can't concentrate on anything for any more than a few minutes.
I don't know if I'd have told that one, Doc. Now, wait a second. Now, so you haven't been diagnosed with this?
No.
Well,
I just made that up.
Yeah,
I just made that up.
Yeah, but should we send you to somebody? I mean, maybe there's. I mean, is there something you can do for that disease?
No.
All this time, I thought you were just plain stupid. Now I find out you're sick. I'm sorry.
Sort of makes you want to apologize now for all that treatment, doesn't
if you don't mind, I'd like to get a professional diagnosis on this. I mean, would you mind if we sent you to some quack somewhere and get an answer on this?
Well, we can do that maybe.
Maybe some doctors are listening, or somebody in a doctor's office that would have some clue as to something, maybe some sort of test we can do, and I'd be curious about how they do that test.
I'm sorry, what did you just say?
I feel
didn't
awful.
get that. I didn't get
this
that.
This is like picking on a handicapped person all these years. Not that I wouldn't do it, but I just feel terrible now. I am stunned. I mean, I don't know what to say. Here I am trying to do a live talk show for like 20 years with a co-host that can't concentrate or listen or pay attention or focus on anything. No wonder my career hasn't gone anywhere. Jeez, you're holding me back, man.
What was that now?
We need to get this probed.
No, thank you.
Well, we can start with a thermometer.
It work up to a banana.
I don't think so, boy.
And work up to a banana.
I don't think so. Look at Terrence's face. What is wrong with him? Look at that.
What's the matter with him?
What?
These things are freaking sour.
He just ate a sour candy. Look at him.
Put one of those in your mouth.
Look at him. I've never seen him like that. Look at his face.
All right, now wait a second.
And then it gets sweet after that.
Okay, now wait a minute. This is called Whole. This is a candy.
Look at him.
Called Whole.
Denny gave it to him.
All right, it's a candy called Whole. It says on here, tart and tangy on the outside, sweet and fruity on the inside. It's Terrence for you.
Eat one, Glenn.
What is their motto say? Put a hole in your mouth?
Put a hole in your mouth.
Here you go, Glenn.
Here, you
bite
eat
into
one.
a
It's fine,
hole.
Nabisco. Here, you try one. Let's see what it does.
He said, "Oh, you should have saw Terrence's face before.
You should have seen
it.
Mm-hmm. God, did you ever go to school or what? I mean,
hey, as long as I get the point across, as long as I get the point across,
is one enough?
Take that one first.
Okay, here we go.
As long as I get the point across, that's all that matters.
Let's go. Get going here. It's called whole.
Oh, man.
Are they awful?
Oh, my God, this is sour. Jeez, my whole mouth feels like it's caving in on itself.
It's nasty.
I don't eat anything unless I smell it first, so.
Oh.
You don't mind if I put my nose down in here, do you?
I don't eat anything if I can smell it.
You don't.
Oh, my God.
Well, let's put it this way. If I can smell it from a distance, I don't eat it. But anyway, let's move along. Let's move along, shall we?
And finally, one last thing.
Dr. Glenn has a punchline here. ZZR, hello.
Hello?
Hi.
You know, this show is totally disgusting. I started listening to it about a month ago. Not by choice, mind you.
And it just took you 30 days to figure it out, huh?
You know, it's, I knew immediately. I mean,
you did.
The misfits from the lowest catch basin of society listen to this garbage.
Yeah, so what's your point?
My point is you should be put off the air. This is disgusting.
Well, wait a second. Could I ask you a question, sir?
Yes.
Okay. You say you listen by no choice of your own. You have no control over what you listen to?
Well, I suppose I could put cotton in my ears.
Well, how does that work? What do you mean? How is it that you can't control what you're listening to?
Oh, I have to work around this garbage.
What do you mean you have to work around this
Well, I mean, I could take a baseball bat to the radio.
Well, why don't you just change the channel?
Well, I can. I'll probably get mobbed here at work.
Is that right? So then a lot of people like listening to it? Is that what you're telling me?
This is true, but that doesn't make it right.
No, it doesn't make it wrong either.
I mean, you have people farting in each other's faces, vomiting, burping. Good God.
I beg your pardon? I haven't heard any of that.
Well, you know, I got to agree with you, sir, but those misfits have kept us driving fine cars and put us in nice homes for a while.
Now, what's Jesus?
Does that make it right?
Sir, what does Jesus have to do with this?
Oh, no. Let's keep him out of it, okay?
Well, you brought him up. I didn't.
Well, you know, listen, if you listen to the people that call.
Yeah, I'm listening to you right now, sir.
And these people are mentally ill.
They're mentally ill. You can make that judgment. What do you do for a living, sir, may I ask?
I'd rather not say it. I might be identified.
Well, now, wait a second. Now, you've just made a judgment call on thousands of people saying they're mentally ill. I'm assuming you work somewhere in the mental health field. Is that correct?
No, that's not correct.
Well, then how can you make that judgment,
Well,
sir?
maybe I can't make that correction, but they're on the verge of it, that's for sure.
Oh, they're on the verge of it. You know when someone is almost mentally ill, huh?
Well, you know, this show is a perfect case study in mental illness.
Is that right? You know about mental illness, do you?
Well, I sure know about it now after listening to your show.
Well, buddy pal, don't tell me exactly what you do. Just tell me what kind of business are you in? Just roughly. I mean, generally. Come on.
Construction.
Oh, so you're in the construction business and you can make a judgment on someone's mental health. That's fascinating, sir. Do you have the schooling for that? How many degrees do you have?
I don't have any.
You don't have any degrees. Do you have a high school degree?
Of course.
You do? Well, not necessarily, of course, because judging from your phone call, I would not have made that assumption. No offense.
Yeah, most of our listeners don't have them, so
Exactly.
we sort of figured that you didn't either.
You
Look,
understand?
butt hook.
What did you say, sir?
I think he called me a butt hook.
What the hell's a butt hook, sir?
I probably heard it from your show.
No, that's a new one on the show.
It's even happening to me. Good God.
That's a new one, sir. A new name, a new word here. Thank you for that.
You get my point. I mean, listen, there's young people that listen to this garbage.
How old are you,
You know,
sir?
some of it's funny, okay?
Sir,
some of it's funny,
sir,
I'll have to admit.
Sir, how old
but a lot of it's
sir,
twisting the
sir.
mind of the people that listen.
Let me give you an example, sir. Okay, we're going to paint a picture here.
All right.
Okay, we're going to play a little game here. Okay, sir, tell me what this sounds like to you. Go ahead.
Sounds like a fart.
Okay, now see, it's all in the ear of the beholder. To me, that's just a creaking door.
I see.
You see now? But here are the facts, sir. Do you know how many radio signals there are that you could pick up at your wherever you are right now? Okay, probably just as a guess between the AMs and FMs. Now, some of them are going to be louder than others because some of them are further away, but there's probably 42, 43, something like that. Okay? If you take all the men between the ages of 18 and 65, sir, there's no show that has more people in that demographic than we do.
Jesus.
No, I don't. The last I heard, he's not listening, but we're working on it. And you keep bringing him up, sir. What's this all about?
Well, you know what it's about. I think it's disgusting. It's filth. It's slime. If my kids heard this, I don't know what I'd do. I'd vomit. I could vomit when I hear some of the garbage that comes out of this show.
Well, specifically, what would make you vomit right at this moment, sir? Just specifically, can you name anything at all?
Oh, when I hear this guy farting in another guy's face, good God.
Yeah.
All right, you're trying to be funny, pal. Look, I'm just trying to make a serious point.
Well, you made it well.
Do you have a name that you can go by? You don't have to name your last name.
My name's Archie.
Archie.
Okay, Archie.
Will you call again if you hear anything really disgusting, Archie?
Well, I made my point. The youth of this country is going down the toilet.
Well, I've seen a lot of adults that are already in it, sir. So it's not like this is the first time humanity's been in the toilet, you know?
And see, Archie...
And maybe you ought to blame it on the adults and not on
no one in the McGillicuddy family is going to be listening to this garbage, pal.
The McGillicuddy?
Archie McGillicuddy. Archie, I tell you what, we thrive on this show on opposing views and differences of opinion, and you represent the other side. And we don't have enough guys like you calling up to try to keep...
Maybe I'll round up a few.
We need guys like you to keep us on our toes.
That's right, man.
Another thing, Glenn, you have a safe trip to Indy?
Yeah, I might be tooling around some of your old haunts there,
really?
possibly.
You're going to go to Jasper, Indiana.
Well, the fellow I'm going with went to school the same time you were in that area, so I'm sure he can show me some of the famous places.
He went to Yale?
No. That little
the other school.
That little school, that little stint you did at Indiana State. That tends to fall between the cracks of those major places of learning that you reportedly attended.
What do you mean?
Reportedly, I said reportedly, allegedly attended. We have no proof that you've ever been there. I bet you if we called Harvard or Yale right now and asked to speak to like the Hall of Records or something, I got a feeling that they would not have your name there. But don't tell me there were two massive fires that swept the records halls at both Harvard and Yale on different occasions.
No. The fires happened at my house, and I lost both my diplomas from the one from Yale and Harvard. I did call up there because I wanted copies.
Right.
And there was a computer glitch. That's right. And all the records had been erased from those years. So they had no proof.
Well, maybe if one of our listeners who has nothing to do right now would like to invest in a quick phone call to either Harvard or Yale for
Did you
some
hear what I just
information.
said? I mean, there's a computer glitch and everything was erased. There's nothing there. I tried.
People, call.
No, I tried.
Call. I don't know. I just find this so hard to believe that you actually graduated from both those schools and managed to fit a third smaller school in there somewhere in between during those years. That's quite a feet.
Yes, it was. Thank you for noticing. All right. JR, thanks.
No, thanks, guys.
Where is Harvard anyway? Where is Harvard anyway?
Yeah, up in the northeast. Up in the northeast.
And Yale's somewhere up there too, I suppose, huh? Yeah, it's up yonder.
Yes, it is.
It's up yonder, yeah.
You
used to watch the Negro Leagues, huh?
I used to watch, they used to travel, they were still traveling around in the 50s. I don't know if it was the official Negro League or whatever it was called, but I saw them in, I played a couple of seasons in the Negro Leagues, as a matter of fact.
Your relatives got you in? I was going to say, did you have any famous relatives who played in the old Negro Leagues?
I actually got to play a couple of games. It was kind of a stunt night, because I wasn't, really.
Aretha Franklin was singing the national
anthem. She sang the national anthem there then.
Are you, I mean, so you played... And what it was like? What was it like? Honky night or something?
Well, let's put it. I was passing that night for
Anything else?
No, that's about it. I mean, just a couple of
How was the ballpark food back in those days?
Well, watermelon, fried chickens. That's what they fed us.
Ripple.
Do what, sir?
Ripple. Ripple back then.
Well, there was some drinking on the bus. Much like the Mets back a couple of years ago with Dwight Gooden. Yeah. Free liquor for everybody. Now, we weren't into the drugs like he was, but...
I'm absolutely captivated and fascinated by the fact that you are the only white man to play in the old Negro Leagues. And I want to know more about this. I really do.
Well, again, it's not... I mean, when you say white, are you talking, you're obviously not, are you talking 100%? I mean, I was passing for...
Right, I mean, you look white, you're pretty light-skinned for a, I don't know how big a percent you figure of your makeup is black.
I'm 30%.
30%, huh? About 30%. Okay. Well, then, that's still the majority of your makeup is white.
Yeah.
And as we know, Jackie Robinson was not very well treated by many of the white ball players in his time.
Yeah.
He went through a lot of rough times.
That's right.
Verbal abuse, mental abuse, as he was a trendsetter, Did the same thing happen to you? How were you treated? No. Were you looked upon, were you looked down upon from your black teammates and fans, or were you accepted as part of the game? Bringing back some bad memories?
It was not easy.
Mm-hmm.
It was not easy.
Being a trailblazer never is. But what happened? Can you tell us?
Oh, just the name calling stuff.
Did they do things like, for publicity stunts and tar and feather the white guy night?
Oh, yeah.
Things like that?
Sure.
Anything else that you can think of?
They called me honky, white meat, stuff like that. I had to ride in the back of the bus. I'll tell you one of the most really embarrassing things. We were playing a doubleheader. Back in those days, we played doubleheaders every day.
Right.
Every day.
Every day. Rough schedule.
Oh, yeah. 7 days a week, we played a doubleheader. For months on end. Rain or shine, didn't matter. And we would have a team meal between games.
Right.
They're sitting over eating hog jows and stuff like that. I had to eat steak.
They made you eat that?
Because I was white.
And you felt like an outcast, didn't you?
Exactly. I mean, I'm not an animal.
All alone.
That's what I said. I said, hey, I'm not an animal here.
All alone at a table by yourself?
I had to sit by myself, yeah. They wouldn't.
When the bus broke down, they made you go out and change the flats, things like that. That's what happened? Yeah. I bet it was really embarrassing when, you were in the shower together, and you just happened to look around,
Well, at that point, I just said, thank God for that 30%. So, anyway. All right, 550-9270. Your number to call. I love doctors. I remember going to New York one time, and the team, they got to stay in Harlem, and I had to. This is so embarrassing.
What?
I had to stay at the Waldorf.
Did you really?
You don't know the humiliation.
You wanted to be there.
You don't know.
You wanted to be there bonding with the players.
You don't know. You don't know the humiliation of the whole thing.
You were an outcast. You were an outcast.
Yes, I was.
A stranger in a strange land.
It was the man that kept me down. I'll never forget. We had a second baseman, and guy was quick, man. Muddy Cat Paws. That was his name.
Muddy Cat Paws. Second baseman? What team did you play with, by the way? What team did you play with, by the way? What was the name of the team? For you old Negro League enthusiasts and historians, what team did you play on? What was the name of the team?
Oh, it was so long ago. It was so long ago.
You were just traded. You were traded so many times, right?
Yeah, well, I was just a piece of meat to them, and I got traded. I was the big draw because I was the only white guy.
Come see the freak.
I was a freak in the Negro Leagues.
Right, and
so I got
traded around.
Traded me back and forth. Whoever, whichever the team wasn't drawing, they would trade for me, and then I was like the hook,
What position did you play? What position did you play?
I was third.
You played third. I played the hot corner. Huh?
Yeah. But most of my career I was with a team out of Georgia.
Team out of Georgia.
This was back a long time ago now.
Yeah.
I don't think they still are still around.
What was the name of the team? What was the name of the team?
The Macon Coloreds. It was. They traveled around the bus.
The Macon Coloreds.
Yeah.
Is there such a thing?
Well, back in those days, yeah, that's what they. That's how they referred to it. And I was telling you about and Muddy Cat Paws, the second baseman. The guy was lightning, man. He was fast. He was fast. But he gave me some great advice.
Did he? What did he say?
Yes, he did.
And son, don't never ever trust Whitey.
Yeah, true.
Oh, I thought it was going to be don't look back, something might be gaining on you. No, that was that other guy. Did you know him?
Who?
Did you ever get a hit off Satchel Paige?
Well, as a matter of fact, I went 3 for 4.
Against the great Satchel Paige?
Satchel Paige, yeah. The fourth time up, boy, he stuck at my ear. Yeah.
I bet he was
I've
mad.
had a headache ever since. Yeah.
I bet he was mad.
Oh, yeah.
Who's this white boy think he is?
Yeah.
Trying to, hitting me. taking me downtown.
Yeah, but you can imagine the humiliation.
Mm-mm.
You want to know what they used to call me?
What? What did they call you?
Boy. And I hated that.
They called you boy?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, all of this.
And they kept yelling stuff. Mm-hmm. Hey, man, go back to the suburbs. You don't know how much that hurt. You don't know. You don't know how much that hurt, man.
Must have been tough, I'll tell you what. Touring the South, old rickety bus, pre-war days and during the war, too, World War II. Mm-hmm. Man, you're older than I thought. You know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, someday I'm going to write a book about all this.
Yeah, well, it'll be a good one.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Muddy Cat Paws. What a guy.
Great player. Huh?
Oh, he was, yeah. Hello, ZZR's lunch hour.
What's up there, Lord Doctor?
Hey.
Hey there, Sugars. How y'all doing down there at the love station?
Hey, we're doing all right.
We're doing all right, but, you know, we need a name now so we can identify this caller.
We want you to be a regular caller.
Yeah, so what's your name?
Well, they just call me Mrs. King.
Mrs. Kane.
Mrs. King.
Mrs. King.
Right.
Okay, all right.
That's my name. That's my real name.
All right.
I ain't no fun and games.
We believe you.
Okay.
All right.
Like my cousin James. But check this out. They want to take me down to the police station and try to file some assault charges on me.
What did you...
Why?
Who did you assault?
This old boy's out there in my backyard.
Yeah.
Stealing my collard greens. And I throw the pig feet right out the back door and hit him up the head and put a little cut on him.
Well, now, it reminds me of the old Willie Nelson song, You Can't Blame a Man for Shooting a Woman When She's Trying to Steal Your Horse.
Think it ain't?
That's right. Use that defense in court, okay?
Now check this out, though.
Yeah.
My husband, he finally done talked me into hot waxing the heads off my booty.
You're going to hot wax the hair off your behind.
He done did.
Oh, he did it.
He did it, huh?
Oh, you know, I didn't mind. It hurt a little bit, but that was all right.
Yeah, you like a little pain, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But the only problem is he left a little strip in the middle. Looked like I got a mohawk. He take me to a punk rock show, hair green, and made me walk around with my booty sticking out.
Oh, there you go. See, it's kind of modern. It's kind of hip. You'll be listening to Radio Free Lee before you know it.
Hey, I already do, though. But see, the reason I couldn't call you there, Sugar, is because I sit around the house and you get me so moist, I just don't want to get up.
Well, thank you, Mrs. King. We appreciate that. That means a lot to us. Now, if you do get in trouble, if they do book you or anything like that, you call us, and we'll come bail you out, okay?
Y'all will put me a good word in?
Oh, yeah, man, yeah.
Okay, then, I'll check this out.
All right, so what are you having for lunch today? What are you doing?
Oh, I'm cooking up some collard greens,
Uh-huh.
some flatbacks on the jack, and a little bit of cornbread and some rice.
All right, well, we'll be right over, babe.
You sure about that?
We'll be there.
You better, I think you might need to get some escort into my neighborhood. Y'all some cool little sugar cats and all, but, you know, they just, you know.
Well, they're all friends of ours, babe. Don't worry about it.
Oh, that's right. Oh, I heard about you, Rich, about you down there trying to get some freebies.
What are you talking about?
An old girlfriend of mine said you down there just talking that you the love doctor, so you should get some for free.
Well, hey. That's part of the job. It's a perk, man. Denny James taught me that.
I went for it, but you didn't bring a condom.
All right. Well, you call us again tomorrow now.
I have been meaning the last couple of days to mention something. The lady that called in from the Leachy League.
Yes.
I happen to be a member of the same group.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
All right. Now, I can understand a lot of clubs and a lot of hobbies and so forth, but like a club devoting itself to breastfeeding,
it's wonderful.
I'm not sure I get the whole thing.
Yeah.
You explain how these meetings go for us.
Well, you go in there and you can bring your nursing child, you know, and you can feed, and you're in a circle, and usually most everybody's feeding their babies.
You're in a circle, you said.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we're all feeding our babies, and that's supposed to help us learn how to do it in public discreetly.
So it's a circle feed.
But basically, we just talk about, why we do it, and, because not many people do it. I mean, it's still kind of it's getting to be more popular.
Yeah,
but there's just, you have to have some support. It's like a support group for people that breastfeed.
Okay, so let me make sure that I get all this right.
Okay.
Okay, I just want to understand this. So, you get how many women come to this thing?
Typically, you get about 20 people at the meeting, but usually, the group will change pretty much every month.
Okay, so you got like 20 women there.
Yeah.
So it's like, a night at Deja Vu, sort of. In a way.
Yeah. And there's no cover charge.
So, all right.
Well, typically men don't come because they're too embarrassed. We did have a night where we had couples night, and the men were invited.
Yeah.
Okay, well, what did the men do while all this was going on?
What was their reaction?
Well, see, this is the thing. Neither one of them have children. Okay? Typically, men are uncomfortable around them.
Dr. Glenn just did the most amazing hand signal. All right, now you're going to have to forgive us, and I'll back up just a little bit. Exactly. Now, what was the reaction of the men now?
There's a book put out by La Leche League called The Womanly Art of Breastfeeding.
Mm-hmm. What, it takes like a skill to do this, or what?
It definitely does.
Oh,
really?
Does that teach you that trick where you can shoot it across the room? like in those movies, right?
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, just like he said, I think
that would happen. I'm sure that could happen.
I think you put it very well.
Yeah, and then like at upcoming meetings, you can have like little accuracy contests,
Yeah, like a...
Yeah. Now listen, let's
Yeah, put
a target. Yeah.
No, put Junior on the other side of the room and have him open his mouth. And that teaches the kids, skill, and accuracy, and be a great ball player catching flies in the outfield.
I was here to provide useful information.
Right. Are we missing the point or what?
Missing the point.
Okay.
The point was, I was going to tell you why it is that it's better for the baby.
Okay,
or
first...
toddler.
Okay.
And I am for toddler breastfeeding.
Okay, now, Bonnie...
For that.
Okay, Bonnie, first we have a question now. Are you still breastfeeding your child?
Yes.
Well, all right. Could you try squirting that across the room now and see what happens?
I'm not.
Oh, okay.
Now, how old is Junior?
21 months.
24. What?
21 months.
Oh, 21 months.
Okay. All right, so...
Like I said, you have 2-year-olds nursing.
Well, I think it's just a matter of education.
That's what I'm providing.
And I know I'd like to know more. Could we come to a meeting sometime? Please?
See, for educational purposes.
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh, yeah, because that's why we've been asking these questions, because we just don't know how this thing works. Now, how does it affect? Does it affect your body, like after X amount of years of having baby suckled? Do you end up with those saggy banana breasts,
Absolutely not. I'm quite perky, thank you very much.
Okay. Yeah, see, now these are the things that men want to know that we're asking you, Bonnie.
The woman that said she grew from a 36 to a 40, that does happen to some women, but it doesn't happen to all.
Right.
That does happen, like, when the milk first comes in, like the first 3 days. But after a while, you get regulated and you're back to your normal size.
Okay, so could you ask the girls if we could come to a meeting, and strictly for educational purposes, please? And can we bring a camera?
Allowed in the meeting room. No videos are allowed in the meeting room.
So they get around and they sit around in a circle and feed the babies.
Yes, but I mean, this is a good experience because it teaches you if you have any drawbacks about nursing in public, you're going to get rid of them by the end of the meeting.
Yeah.
Everybody's doing it.
Yeah, you would. It's like a circle suck is the way it works out.
Not exactly.
Do what, ma'am?
Not exactly.
Not exactly. Hello, ZZR's Lunch Hour.
Hey, Love Doctors, I got a question for you.
What's that?
Do either one of you guys own a beeper?
No.
No.
You know anything about beepers?
No, not really. What do you want to know?
Well, because I recently acquired one. I just found one, and it's still got service on it, and I wanted to convert it over to my beeper.
Too bad. Lunch Hour, hello.
If you want information on a beeper, call a beeper company. You carrot puffing moron.
Lunch hour, hello.
Okay. I was in a supermarket. I'm not going to say the name. But I was standing by the, I was looking at the meats and stuff like that, and there was an old couple next to me.
Mm-hmm.
And this fellow was with his wife, and all of a sudden, I was right next to him, and he, he farted. And I was kind of gaseous myself, and I said, well, heck, if he can fart here, I can too. So I just let one rip too.
Mm-hmm.
And the old fellow looked at me and he said, "Excuse me, son." He said, "You know you farted in front of my wife?" I said, "Well, I'm sorry, my friend. I didn't know it was your wife's turn." So, excused myself and went on and
exactly
went down the aisle.
Well, you've got to know your grocery store etiquette. That's
Sure.
Lunch hour, hello.
Yeah, Glenn, knock, knock.
Who's there?
You.
You who?
You who sucks. And
Hey, that wasn't funny.
Lunch hour, hello.
Richard, for God's sake, would you quit staring at my vagina?
Sounded like Nancy Silverman.
I think it was.
It is Nancy Silverman, for God's sake. And how are you gentlemen today?
Hi, Nancy. Lunch hour, hello.
Hello, Richard. How are you today?
Hey.
Francesca.
Yes, you haven't heard from me for a while.
It's been a while.
I know I've had some trouble with immigration.
You're having trouble with integration?
No. Oh, immigration, INS.
Immigration.
Naturalization.
What's the matter?
Well, they're trying to deport me back to Ecuador, Richard.
Why?
I don't know. It's something hygiene, they say.
Hygiene?
Yeah, they don't go into it. Listen, I was wanting to know, has Glenn ever gone corn dogging?
What?
What?
Corn dogging.
Corn dogging?
Corn dogging?
Corn dogging.
I'm not sure where she's coming from on this.
I'm not sure either, man. I'm really blitzed out on this heavy weed.
If it's what I think you're referring, no, ma'am, I haven't.
Oh, okay. Well, I got to go now. I got to bake some cookies.
Okay. Bye.
Bye now.
Lunch hour. Hello.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have the wrong number. I didn't mean to dial you assholes.
Lunch hour. Hello.
Dr. Glenn, you bring out the animal in me. Boing.
Well, what can I say, you know?
Lunch hour. Hello.
You know, sometimes after your whole night of eating salt pork and you wake up in the morning and you got the morning stank breath so bad, you know, you look over at your wife and say, "Good morning, dear," and all the hair fall out of her nose.
Hello, ZZR's lunch hour.
And after 3 hours of hard hitting, it's the Love Doctors 3001, Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Lunch hour. Hello.
Then there's the mornings after you eat possum and you wake up and a pasty white film is covering your whole mouth like cottage cheese.
Little quiz for you here.
Yeah.
What creature makes the longest sperm in the world?
Huh?
You guys have any idea?
Okay. It's me. No, a fly or something.
It
probably.
is, actually. That's
Is it?
right. It's not the elephant or the whale. It's the fruit fly. The fruit fly cranks out sperm that are about 2.3 inches long.
ZZR's lunch hour. Hello.
Yes, sir. My name is William Riley. I'm a first-time caller.
Well, hi, Bill.
Listen, I just wanted to call up and say y'all doing a fine job, and I enjoy the show. And Glenn, I'll give you 25 cents if you eat my ass.
Give you what?
25 cents? I'm not going to repeat it.
If Glenn will eat his ass.
He lost it at the end there, didn't he?
ZZR's lunch hour. Hello.
I got a question about that article about the fruit fly.
Yeah.
I'm in dispute of that
You are in dispute of that, huh?
because when I saw that one on Glenn's back, it was longer than 2 inches.
That is absolutely repulsive. That's disgusting.
Glenn?
You don't have to take this, do you, Glenn?
Don't get lost, you pervert.
You don't have to take this,
No,
do you?
I can't believe this
Well,
guy.
you ought to complain to Charlie DeToro, the general manager. There. Call him.
The complaint hotline is open
Call
now.
him, that's right.
I'll come down there and talk to you personally in a minute.
Glenn, can you whistle?
Yeah, why?
Well, I was just wondering what it sounded like when you whistle with your head up your ass.
Can you give us a sound effect on that one, Doc?
Of course
No?
not.
I guess not. Okay.
Sound effect time.
Yeah, really.
What did I do to deserve this today?
Oh, you're just there. That's enough.
That's it, man. Hi, CCR's lunch hour. Hello.
Yes, can I speak with Dr. Glenn, please?
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Dr. Glenn, I have a mechanical question for you. How do you speak into the microphone?
Wow.
How do you speak into the microphone?
Yeah, finish it up, sir.
Well, I'm just wondering, your head being up your ass all the time.
I knew that was coming.
Well, that means the microphone's probably up there, too. Hi, lunch hour. What's up?
Glenn.
Yeah.
How you doing?
All right.
You want to do us all a favor real quick? Just real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Shake the corn out of your hair, will you?
Lunch hour. Hello.
Yeah, hey, Glenn.
Yeah.
What'd you do with the money?
God, this guy irritates the hell out of me. What money?
The money your mother gave you for broadcasting school.
I got to admit, that was pretty good.
Lunch hour. Hello.
Come on, Petey. Let's go make our own pancakes.
I don't know. I don't.
Lunch hour.
You get that?
Lunch hour. Hello.
Hello, good fellas. How's the day treating you so far?
Oh, it just couldn't be finer, sir. Thank you.
Oh, stick up your ass, stupid bag.
Lunch hour. Hello.
Hey, Dr. Ridge.
Yeah.
Hey, I know something you don't know.
Yeah, what's that?
Yeah, I know the difference between an epileptic corn farmer and a prostitute with diarrhea.
No, sir. No.
Glenn says we don't do that one here. No.
Clean.
Huh?
It's clean.
Yeah?
The corn farmer shucks between fits.
What?
I told you.
That was a shuck joke.
Yeah,
Hi,
I told you.
CCR's lunch hour. Hello.
Yeah, hi. Did you guys know, I've called you for quite a while. Did you guys know you're on the radio?
No.